Dalanera Lawson, raise your hand. Ryan Shelton, Laurel Hecht, they are my 5th graders. Darla Lawson is 4th grade, and Michael Shelton is 3rd grade. And I do have other boys, but they had other commitments today, and I have another 2 girls. We only have 9 on the team currently, but I hope to grow. All right, ready? Go. We're going to try to do a little pattern. Now, mind you, we're used to doing a gym floor, so their spacing is a little small, but we're going to try to show you some things that we do. Single file. This is called 2x2, and Michael's a single. They're going to show you what we call the 2-person start. And Michael's doing what's called idling. They go into a piggyback. This is called the piggyback. Okay, Darla, come up the center. I'm center. Darla's going left, Ryan right. Dalen here, I'm sorry. Use the whole space. Use the whole space. Okay, again, here's a 2x2. 2x2. And we're going to split. This is called, again, the piggyback. And Laurel, Dave, Darla, and Michael are showing the tricycle. And then we're going to try to ride as a team line. Come together, hook. And we're going to try to do what we call the stutter. This is where the whole team stops. The beginning. The club members that can, children can come and club when they're 2nd grade if they don't have their own cycle. They are invited to come in kindergarten, 1st grade if they have their own. The reason I have to limit that is because the school only owns 30 cycles, and I have about 60 right now coming, and I just don't have enough for the kindergarten, 1st grade to share. But we're going to show how we start. So Michael, will you go over against the wall? Okay, when a child first comes to us, we teach them how to get on. We use the wall, they back up to the wall, they have to spin the tire, hold the wall, and they go from here. Now, when you're working on a unicycle, you just push off and ride, fall, get back up, fall, get back up. Now, if you're a parent, and I do have parents that come and help work with their children, I would work with him like this. He would get up, push himself back against the wall, and I would hold on to the back of the seat. If he holds on to me, he is not finding his center of gravity. So by holding on to the back of the seat, he can put his arms out, and he can pretend, arms out, and he can find his center. So that's how we start to learn, is assisted practice. Now, the children sometimes pair up and they will actually hold on to each other, and that's okay. I do not know how to ride. I just give the children the opportunity. This old body cannot learn to ride a unicycle anymore. 30 years ago, maybe, but not now. All right, so that's how we begin. It is said that it takes about 20 hours to learn to ride, to just ride the unicycle. So to just ride is a lot of practice. Then we have what we call mounts. Laura, go out in the middle, please. We have a mount, and the child, in order to make the team, has to learn how to get on the cycle without the wall. So notice again, and stop, Laurel, turn around, come back. She puts one foot up, she jumps onto the second, and she takes off. Okay, that's called the 1 foot mount. We also, once they're on the team, have to learn what I call the running mount, because if we're in a performance, let's say at Wake Forest, and somebody falls off the cycle, I don't want them to just stop. They got to keep going. So they get up, they run. They run, and on the move, they have to learn to mount and go. So I call that the running mount, okay? All right, now we're going to show you some other tricks. First of all, we have what we call the standing ride. As you know, in the two-wheeler, you put your hands on the handlebars and you stand up and you pedal. We don't have handlebars, but we can stand up and pedal. Standing ride. So he actually comes off the seat and tries to pump and keeps his balance. That's called the standing ride. Now the second one using this, we call the saddle. Michael's going to hold on to the front of the seat, push it behind him, and pedal somewhat off the seat. We call this the saddle. All right, the saddle. Next we have the twister. The twister is a 90-degree turn of the wheel where she has to keep balance and twist back and forth, side to side. Now if you notice her unicycle doesn't have the ribbon, she just graduated from the small 16-wheel to the 20-inch, and I just haven't decorated her cycle yet. So Ryan, show us the twister again. And this takes a lot of talent because they have to shift their body but keep the balance at the same time. So again, the twister takes a lot of control. All right. Another skill we have is going forward, we learn, then it takes another 20 hours to learn to go backwards, and the skill of idling is mixed in there somewhere. So first of all, Laurel is going to show us the idle. So idling simply means to stay in one place and back and forward pedal, keeping control of the cycle. Once we learn this, then the next step is backwards. And this takes a lot of practice. Okay? And then we have the pogo stick. You all know this the child's toy called the pogo stick. Well, we use the unicycle. So Darla is going to demonstrate the pogo stick. And that's exactly what you see. A lot of balance, a lot of coordination, and she bounces much like you would bounce on a pogo stick. Thank you. And Delanera is going to show us another advanced skill called the 1-foot ride. So this is where she picks up 1 foot and pedals with 1. Okay? And Delanera, start from that side and do it again. Now at Shady Grove we also have giraffes, which are 5-foot cycles. And I lost all my teeth. There's the 1-foot ride. There she goes. Okay. At this time, we only have 9 on the team, but I only have 1 on the draft team, which is Delanera. So we are planning to build this year. So hopefully by next spring, when we do our community show, I'll probably have at least 30 on the team. But this is a little sample of what Shady Grove does, and unicycling along with jumping rope, again, is such a self-esteem builder, such a child-friendly activity for them to learn to feel good about themselves. And any time a child feels good about themselves, it carries into the classroom, into their academics as well. So I'm very proud of what we do at Shady Grove. Unicycle team, the Sizzling Cyclers, thank you. And this concludes the Shady Grove portion of talent.
The reason I'm taking this from her, as you can tell, she's a teacher that's proud of her children, and she doesn't like to be in the limelight. But this is one of the finest teachers in the state of North Carolina. Let's give Miss Unberg a hand. And she has a sidekick that we think. There she is, Sandra Smith, who's Teacher Assistant of the Year in Davie County Schools. Shady Grove is wonderful as usual, and thank you, Miss Unberg.